Having massive round shoulders, those true boulder shoulders, can completely transform your physique. It's one of the most noticeable muscle groups, and when developed properly, it takes your upper body to an entirely new level. But here's the harsh truth. Most people never get there. Why? Because they're stuck in an endless cycle of bad advice. You've got one group telling you to only do isolation work, and another that swears by pressing alone. No lateral raises, no rear delt work, just press, press, press. While the second group is smaller, both camps are missing the point. Today, I'm going to break it all down based on my own real-life experience building thick, powerful shoulders, by showing you exactly what works and what to avoid. Because building big delts isn't complicated. You just need to check a few key boxes and actually put in the work. Step 1. The main press. Whether it's the barbell overhead press or the dumbbell shoulder press, you absolutely need a main pressing movement in your routine. It's non-negotiable. Yes, it's hard, but if you're serious about building big shoulders, this is where it starts. Don't be the guy who skips compound movements and lives on lateral raises. If you can get your overhead press to over 200 pounds, it's almost guaranteed your shoulders will look big and powerful. Isolation work alone won't get you there. And no, that doesn't mean isolation is useless. We'll get to that in a second. But think of the main press as your foundation. It gives you a concrete strength goal to aim for. You're moving from point A to point B with purpose, instead of aimlessly spinning your wheels. Some argue the overhead press is just a front delt exercise. While it does emphasize the front delts, your side delts still get plenty of work during the movement, especially as you increase the load over time. So don't underestimate its overall shoulder building potential. Step 2, isolation work. Yes, it's important, but only when used alongside your compound lifts. The truth is, your front delts already get hammered. Overhead press, bench press, incline press, they're all hitting that front head hard. That's why most people have overdeveloped front delts without even trying. So unless yours are seriously lagging, skip the direct front delt work and focus your energy elsewhere. This is where most people fall short. Rear delts are the most neglected part of the shoulder, and that imbalance can make your physique look off, and worse, lead to shoulder problems. If your front delts overpower your rear delts, you're setting yourself up for bad posture and a weaker looking frame overall. You must include a rear delt isolation movement in your training. Face pulls, rear delt flies, reverse pec deck, they all work. And if your rear delts are practically non-existent, forget about the standard 3 sets. Go up to 5. It won't fatigue your system much, and the payoff is huge. In fact, I regularly program 5 sets of rear delt work in my routines for this very reason. It's a game changer. If you want that wide-capped 3D look, side delts are everything. Lateral raises, especially with cables, should be a staple. But here's the problem. Most people pick one variation and stick with it forever, even if it's not producing results. You get into autopilot mode, going through the motions, not even thinking about whether the exercise is working for you. That kind of stubbornness is exactly what holds your shoulders back. So, experiment. Try different angles, tempos, and tools. Cables, dumbbells, machines. If dumbbell lateral raises aren't doing it for you anymore, switch to cables or machine variations. If face pulls aren't hitting your rear delts properly, try the reverse pec deck where the movement is more controlled. Tiny changes can bring massive results. And no, this doesn't mean chasing gimmicky exercises you saw on social media. Stick to basic movement patterns, but change how you perform them. You'll feel more engaged, more motivated, and yes, see better results. Step 4. Exercise order and prioritization. Here's something most people overlook. Exercise order matters. If you're training chest and shoulders on the same day, and you start with heavy bench press, your shoulders are already fatigued by the time you get to overhead press. So if shoulder growth is a priority, flip the order. Do your overhead press first while you're fresh. It's a small change, but you'll feel the difference instantly. Alternatively, separate chest and shoulders completely using a training split like the Arnold split, where each muscle group gets its own day. Step 5. Perfect your technique. Let's clean up your form, especially on the overhead press. You must push your head through the window at the top of the press. That means locking in your body, tighten your glutes, brace your core, chest up, deep breath, and as the bar passes your face, shift your head slightly forward under the bar. Don't overdo it, just enough to stay in the proper alignment. It's one of the most overlooked cues, and it makes a big difference. For isolation work, focus on mind-muscle connection. Control the weight on both the concentric and eccentric phases. Don't swing the dumbbells, don't use momentum. And don't let your traps take over. Use lighter weights if you need to. Seriously, even the smallest dumbbells in the gym are fine. The goal is to target the delts, not to ego lift. If you're unsure whether you're using proper form or if your traps are sneaking into your laterals, record your sets. Video doesn't lie. Building massive shoulders isn't rocket science, but it does require intention. Master the press, train your rear delts like they actually matter, experiment with your isolation work, and pay attention to the details like exercise order and technique. Do these things and I promise your shoulders will grow. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and go build those boulder shoulders.